Hi, welcome to the MayKupp podcast. Please visit us at maykuppbrandaambassador.com. We're happy you joined us today. As always, please enjoy the show.
Hello, everybody. This is your host, Dominic Linton. Welcome to the MayKupp podcast show. And we're here to continue to spread the word about the show and our company. As always, visit us at maykuppbrandaambassador.com and on social media, MayKupp Online. Thank you for taking the time and listening to this podcast. It's available on all platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, and more. We couldn't do this without you. And as you know, we help beauty students and beauty pros build their businesses by offering guidance and brand ambassadorship programs that provide sponsorship, mentorship, and hands-on training. And with that said, let's get right into this. On this week's show, we have a very special guest with us today. His name is Joel Lamar, and his story and life experiences are amazing. He is an accomplished barber and a motivational speaker. We are excited to have him on the MayKupp podcast today. So without further ado, here's Joel. Joel, what's going on? How are you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you for having me along. I really appreciate it. Blessing.
Yes, of course. And before we get into what you're doing now, actually, could you actually give us a little backstory, where you were before and what you were doing before your life today?
Sum it all up. At the age of 12, I found out that the man that I called my dad wasn't my real dad. That sent me through a depression and, suicide thoughts and, feeling lonely and all that stuff. And make long story short, I got married and lost my job, winter cutbacks, fall cutbacks, got laid off, and I had bills to pay. I had two kids with my, at the time, wife, and another kid. It was like 6, 2, and 4. I got to get some money. I can't get a job. That's my thoughts at that time. I can't get a job because I got to wait 2 weeks. I got car note. I got insurance. I got rent. I got, utilities. I got kids. I got a wife. That, you know what I'm saying? It's my job. So
got a lot.
I did something that I never did before, and I went out in the streets and robbed a couple places and got caught. Did 18 months. November the 15th, 1996. I did the crime and got married that day. Got married, did the crime. Yeah. 5 days later, the 20th, I got to go talk to the police. They put it all together right now. So I did 18 months, got out in the spring of 98, and, family fell apart. I was all by myself again. I really didn't, care. Suicide thoughts. I was in a dark, deep place. Yeah. And I didn't want to be here. I just didn't want to, I didn't like myself. I was just doing too much. I was just emotionally broken from, traumatized for what I went through and never able to heal and, a whole bunch of other stuff. So I ended up being a stick-up boy. I kicked in doors and, went on there and kicked in the wrong door, got shot here, came out, got shot under my lip. That's a crazy story because I got grazed under my lip. And I got grazed on my shoulder. So I ended up getting 14 years.
Yeah.
It was mentally hard. I couldn't adjust. I went to one level and getting kicked out. And ended up going to Lucasville, which in Ohio was the worst prison because a lot of people, they had a riot back in the early 90s.
Dang.
Went there and I was around some older G's who saw potential and, took me up under their wing and held me accountable. Like I get in trouble and I come back and the OGs is after me. Like, what are you doing? I've never had that before in my life. So, so start changing, looking at myself. They give me books and they're talking to me, giving me something I never had that I need. I got my GED and now I done made my mother proud. She got 3 kids, 2 boys and a girl, and I'm the oldest. Gave her a reason to make her feel proud. Never gave her a reason. Here I am.
Dang.
10 years in the making. November the 27th will be 10 years that I've been out.
Wow. I mean, that's a lot. I mean, that's a crazy story, man. And I mean, I'm glad that you're here today and where you are now. And, getting into that, I guess, how did you get into being a barber after having all that hard time?
Well, once I got out of my way, I put in 2 kites, HVAC and barber school. I'm in London, Ohio, like 2008.
Yeah.
2007. And barber, I was like, the first one come, I'm at it. I wasn't even thinking about barber. So, but everything happens for a reason. And
Yeah.
it builds up to a bigger thing at times, even the small things. So barber came back and went to school. God bless my barber instructor, Mama Betty Crawford. She's about 80.
Dang.
Yeah, she's about 85. Still doing it. She's my barber
Wow.
instructor. She accepted me. She took me under my wing, and I started learning. And they had like a whole school, so we was all filled. And a lot of them needed their help. See, you had two types: those who wanted to do something with their lives, and those who just wanted to kill time and really ain't doing nothing with it, and those who want to learn. You know what I'm saying? Better themselves. So I was one that wanted to get something out of the system because I wasn't even thinking about barber. And then come to find out, on my mother's side, my grandfather was a barber. My two uncles, my mom's brothers, oldest brothers were barbers. We got barbers and hairstylists. I can name like about 20 of us.
Wow.
We got like 5 of us got our license, barbers and cosmetology. My aunts and yeah. So it's in my blood. I didn't even know.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And do you think learning a skill in the beauty industry can change someone's life? Like something like learning to be a barber or a makeup artist?
It ain't work if you love it. And once you come to love that, and it might be in you, because everything happens everything happens for a reason, and we're drawn to what we're drawn to. So you got to have the passion for what you're doing. If it's meant for you, the passion's gonna come automatic, and you're gonna love it.
Yeah.
This is my barbershop that I work at, and I don't want to be. I go here and home. Keep it simple.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. I mean, I totally agree with that too. If it's something that you're passionate about and you want to learn that skill and just dive into it fully, that definitely is life changing. It's game changing. It's like you said, it's not even work at that point because you love it so much, and it's not like you're not counting down the hours when you're gonna get out of there too. And I do understand you're also a motivational speaker. So what made you want to motivate others? And I guess how do you do that?
It was just drawn to me. Like 2017, I finally woke up. I got locked up when I was 24. That's a very important part of the process of a human being in their early 20s. Once you get out of your early 20s, then everything starts getting smoother and you get an understanding of the game. Yeah. So you figure stuff out.
Yeah, definitely. Going to your craft in the barbershop, have you ever had anyone who felt better about themselves after they got finished, with their haircut, talking to you in the chair?
Man, I can speak on my experience and those that I've seen. So that's So I'm in prison and we're in the barber school and we can't talk. They would, my big mama is in her 70s, late 70s. We don't talk, right? She's silent, hold it down. So I can't chop it up with him. But I ended up cutting him. He came in, energy all up. Came in and he got the Monday blues on him. I cut him up, showed the mirror, and his confidence went from 0 to 100 real quick. Like he had a sway in his swag. Like we changed. Me personally, and barbers, I hope we all realize that we changed lives. Like we're the most important professionals, but yet the most disrespectful. People won't respect our prices and our work. We got licenses. That's my license that I pay every even month, even year. I pay for that license. And with that being said, I'm changing you. You come in my world, your world's world, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna look better, you're gonna feel better, you're gonna have conversations. If I'm feeling you, you feeling me, we're gonna vibe. And we walk out, man, you're gonna walk out feeling much better. Your confidence go up, you have more faith in your ability and who you are, and you kept walking off straight because you can pull up on the baddest girl, knowing you're gonna get shut down, but shoot, I look good. We swag makers. We swag increases. We increase your swag because you're already born with the swag that you got. We just increase it.
That's very true. Yeah, beauty professionals definitely change lives. Whether it's whether it's barbers or makeup artists, it's exactly what you said. You're giving us the upgrade, that we want and need, and just boost that confidence, that X factor. Give us a
and
little.
that comes with the price.
Yeah,
that comes with the price.
Yes,
so
definitely.
For me, it's more than the cut. You get more than the cut because I treat it with passion. I really do because I get to touch. I get to do something I love. where I got to remember where I came from, and that got me to do something I love, and it provides my lifestyle. I'm surviving. I ain't living yet. I can't live if things cooperate the way I need them to, but I'm surviving good enough. So, I'm blessed to be in this position.
Yeah. And
It means something to different people.
yeah. And when it comes to being a barber and cutting hair, I guess what are the smaller details that you as a barber need to worry about that no one else really ever thinks about?
Building a relationship, like I said, relationships are meant to turn into bonds. One thing I found out is building relationships with the kids early, as soon as possible. That's the most important thing, because you got that child in your chair. And 9 out of 10, I'll say not 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, that child ain't got a father or no positive male figures in their life. So I feel like for me personally, it's my job. I can't speak for nobody else because, we all are different people, but I feel like it's my job as being, if I'm going to say, if I'm going to talk the talk, I'm going to walk the walk. If I say it takes a village and I'm a part of that village, which I am, 10 years worth of building villages and stuff, then I got to act accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's the most important thing, establishing a relationship with those that you connect with. I've been in the game long enough, I can feel your spirit. I can feel it. So, I can test to see if it is, and we'll end up, I got people I've been dealing with for 10 years.
Definitely. I mean, you're building that community, and I feel that's what, barbershops are. They're a community for people that, it's a different space that they could go to be themselves and just let loose, but also like build that confidence.
I was just telling somebody that, like, for a half an hour, 45 minutes, when you come in here, you ain't got to worry about nothing out there. Just relax. I tell people, they be all stiff. I'm like, just relax. Next thing I know, they like this. I'm like, look, what's your that time? Yeah, they be on that type of time.
Oh, that's amazing. And with this industry, I guess, what are some of the challenges that you face, whether it's on a day-to-day basis or just in general?
People not respecting your worth. That's one of the hardest things. They'll come in and say, look at the price. I keep the prices right there. And so they can see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and ain't no question. So they'll come in and be like, well, down the street, they charge them 25.
Yeah.
I don't do what they do.
Definitely.
But that's the hardest thing. And then the second hardest thing is people, man, I don't do the cards because, you can't pay me with a card because somebody came with a stolen card and the bank came to me and blah, blah, blah. So, no. So he was like, a couple times, it's happened a couple times. I got to go out. If that happens, they're like, let me go to the bank because there's a CVS pharmacy and store next door that got an ATM. Let me go to the bank. And sometimes I ask for the phone if I got a feeling. I just had a white guy, he was wearing, he pulled up in a red security car. This was about 3 weeks ago. Come up in a red security car. He said, he had a car, and I told him, gave me instructions. And I was like, well, he was like, can I leave this, right? And I was like, no, you ain't got to do that. I trust you. And if you do something, then I'll help the universe get at you. You know that went in one ear and out the other, and I never seen him again.
Just like that.
So that's another thing that happens. Try to trust people and give them the benefit of the doubt and allow them to dig their own hole, because what goes around comes around.
Yeah, karma's a thing. Karma's a real thing. And with the shop and what you're doing now, I mean, what's to come next? Are you trying to maybe expand or any other things to come?
I have a plan with this. I just got on one show back. My first show was in June with my friend, and like maybe 3 weeks later, she hooked me up with one guy, and he loved it. And then she hooked me in this group. The group needed a guest. I put some things on there. They loved it. And from July the 7th to now, this is probably like my 24th episode with you probably like the 13th different person. So I have 13 different podcasts in less than 2.5 months. And got I'm lightweight getting booked for. So yeah, I just jumped, like being a community activist. I just went up there to see what's going on.
Yeah.
And I got put on this path. And I'm on the news 3 times, and I got the bullhorn, and I'm downtown. I mean, I'm at the march in DC. Mm-hmm. This is where the flow takes me. God blows my shit in a direction, and I should sell it.
All right. I love that. I love that. And, we are running low on time, so I do have two last questions for you. The first one is, what would you like our audience to leave knowing today? Can you drop any final knowledge for them to encourage them, and also anyone who wants to start in the beauty industry?
Plan, and execute. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. You got to be properly prepared. This is nothing to play with. This is our opportunity. This is the platform for us to speak. The world is always loud and ain't paying shit, but we can communicate and meet other people like each other, like you, and get our words out for those who feel what we say. So if you're blessed, not everybody can do this. So if you're blessed with that ability, it's your job. You don't want to waste a talent or a gift that God has given you, because this is a gift. Like, I can turn it on and off. I can be in the hood cussing and all that, talking with, the hoods, or I can be right here talking to someone like you like this without saying one cuss word. So it's just take it serious. Like, take it serious and enjoy it. If you profit off of it, it ain't always about profit. It's about just having your moment. This is my moment. And if someone feels me, then they're like, I want to mess with him. And this is my way of networking and connecting with other human beings that are like me. It ain't like-minded. Like, we can think the same, but we also can't have the same spirit. It's like spirit. So that's what it's about.
Yeah. Wise words. I mean, plan and execute, and then make sure when you have your moment, seize it and just go off with it.
You never know who's watching. You only need one person to see you.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, thank you for that. And my last question is actually, could you close by explaining where the people can find you and your shop online and any social media handles that you have?
Well, you can start by going to Jarrell's World. That is JOR-EL World. I post, that's designed for those who want to get to know me. People that want me on this show, they can go there. I got, Facebook asks you what's on your mind. So I put my mind on Facebook.
I love
Instagram
that.
is Jarrell, JOR, same way, no hyphen, baby June with 2 Y's. You'll see me.
All right.
Facebook is Jarrell Lamar, JOR-EL. So, you want to rock with me, rock with me.
Yeah. We want to rock with Jarrell. Well, thanks, Jarrell. It's great to have you on the show today. And, just to learn more about your story and how much, this profession means to you and how passionate you are about it. It's been a pleasure getting to know you and meet you.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. And thank you for those, joining us today. If you know or anyone who is a beauty student or a beauty pro that would like to know more about, our programs, please email us for more information at info@7enco.com. That's info@7enco.com. And also visit us online at maykuppponline.com. That's MAYKUPP online.com. On social media, we are also MayKupp Online. Thanks, everyone. We look forward to you joining us next week also. And reach out to us if you need anything else. I'll catch you next time on the MayKupp Podcast.
Thank you so much for listening today. As always, if you're a beauty student or beauty business owner and you would like to hear more about our program, please visit us at maykuppponline.com and at MayKupp Online on social media. Thank you.